what a disappointment. Just total disappointment. My Christmas is ruined. I was ending early. I got a glass of whiskey. I was just ready to go, and I was going to watch the Joe Biden press conference just so I could throw some cultural capital around. I was planning on going on a complete, spending spree, a cultural capital spending binge by disobeying all of Joe Biden's edicts and commands and whatever else you want to call it. I was going to disobey them. And so I was just getting ready to enjoy myself. So I watched this press conference, and it's awful. By the way, I haven't listened to Joe Biden speak more than a sentence at a time. Like, I'll watch a clip here and there, stuff like that. But I haven't heard like a press conference or, any kind of speech longer than, 30 seconds, I would say, in like 2-3 years, maybe. I didn't watch even the debates last year. And I have to say, like, this guy can't even speak. Maybe I have, I don't know. I just must have forgotten. But he can't speak. He can't think. He just mumbles constantly. And it's all gibberish. And it's just unbelievable. But nothing new, just, trying to scare you. You're going to die. You get the vaccine. Your kids are going to die. Get the vaccine. Your family's going to die. Get the vaccine. Make the vaccine. All that kind of stuff. And it was just awful. But then he's like, oh, we're gonna test you more. We're gonna get you tests. We're gonna get these free tests. He's like, we're gonna get 500 billion with the B, free tests. They're definitely free because we're definitely gonna have a free lunch this time. Obviously, they're not free. And then the funniest part though was the end, because he finishes his little speech and then he's just kind of like, he doesn't know what to do. He's confused. He tries to close his little book. He closes his little book and he kind of turns to the side and he's like, what do I do? What do I do? And then all of a sudden people start asking him questions. I don't think that was supposed to happen. And he starts answering these questions. And honestly, the funniest one was the black lady who was like, Sugar, don't you think that maybe you lied? What took so long with all the tests, honey? And so then he was like, what do you mean? What took so long? Come on. And then he goes, what took so long? I'll tell you what took so long. It didn't take so long. It's just gibberish, nonsense. But what was funny about that one was, this woman's obviously loved him. She was like giggling earlier before she asked the question, and she's like, "Oh, honey," and he's like, "Come on." Could you just imagine Joe Biden speaking to like a real leader? He folds into like a blubbering mess, sort of like me. He folds in this blubbering mess when a lady asks him a little question about I don't even remember what it was. What took so long with the test or whatever. Very softball. Imagine if he was on the phone with Putin, right? Vladimir Putin or anyone. It could be anybody. And he's on the phone with them. And he's like, "Come on." Can you imagine? Can you imagine when he's taking his calls from Xi Jinping? Imagine when Xi Jinping is like, "Look, Joe, you got to do this, you got to do that." He's like, "Come on." There's no way they let this guy talk to anybody. He's absolutely out of his mind. If he wasn't such an evil man, you'd feel bad for him, because he's like a confused, obviously not the way he used to be kind of man. And I just feel bad for the guy. What about when he was talking about inflation? That was a good one. He doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. Talking about inflation. Unreal. But big disappointment. I don't know. This is the only time I've been wanting something from Joe, but instead all I got was him just begging, "Please get the vaccine, please." And I gotta say, I like that part. That part was good, where he was just kind of begging that you'd get the vaccine or whatever. That made me feel happy to know that they just have such little power that the only thing they can do is beg you, please take it. And then at one point he's like, "Oh, there's 40 Americans that haven't gotten the vaccine." He meant 40%, but since he doesn't know what the heck he's talking about, he said 40. And the 40 Americans that aren't vaccinated are going to overwhelm the hospitals. And the hospitals are short-staffed. But what he didn't tell you is they're short-staffed because they fired everyone that didn't get the vaccine. But very, very disappointing. I don't know why I counted on Joe to give me entertainment today, but it did not work. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Why don't you guys tell me he was like this? He can't even speak. It was really kind of uncomfortable and sad. I felt really bad, honestly. Again, he is a human being after all. So at the end of the day, yes, he's very evil, and so but right now he's just like this feeble old man, I feel really, really bad for him. It's not, I don't know, it's not nice. It's not nice, the position he's been put in to just sort of go out there and just make a complete fool of himself like this. I mean, I can only imagine he's been doing this every single time he speaks. That's why he doesn't speak very, very much. But I feel really bad for him. I mean, again, like, I feel bad for him, like, because we're all human beings here, right? But at the end of the day, you know, obviously God will not be mocked, and God's making a fool of this country right now. He's making a fool of us. It's like when he made Nebuchadnezzar the beast, right? He made Nebuchadnezzar this great king. He turned him into a beast. And eventually Nebuchadnezzar kind of turned it around. He repented. And I can't prove this, but I think that Nebuchadnezzar is someone that actually did repent of his sins. That'd be something, right? You meet Nebuchadnezzar in the new heavens and new earth. I don't know. Maybe I'm just hoping against hope. But man, maybe that'll happen with Joe Biden. I mean, he's just completely humiliating him. So he's either going to repent of his sins on his deathbed, or he's going to get what he deserves in the afterlife. And so, well, I guess that's all I got. I hope you found this video helpful. God bless.